Last year in Portland, there were more than 3,000 cases of shoplifting reported to police. But that's likely a gross undercount. A recent survey found in most shoplifting cases, Portland retailers, they don't even bother filing police reports, citing a lack of police response, lack of prosecution. The incidents are just low level or company policy.
I would say it's at a crisis level right now in Oregon.
How so?
Just the amount of groups that we see coming into stores on a daily basis. We see some of the same individuals that are hitting multiple retailers every single day.
Jeremy Gerard is with the Oregon Retail Crime Association of Oregon. Who's getting hit?
Every retailer.
Big and small?
Big and small, yes.
He says some stores, again, these are individual stores, are losing as much as $1 to $5 million a year to theft.
All right, guys, so we got to talk about an example of how to red pill a progressive / liberal / Democrat, which is to just give them what they want, right? Give them all the woke progressive policies that they beg for. And I guarantee you, after a disaster occurs, which it always does when you, again, give these woke revolutionaries what they want, you're going to have a lot of reasonable people get red pilled and say, hey, you know, I don't want to get on board with this, right? This is a disaster for us, okay? And one place that has become a disaster in this country, okay, that is woke city, essentially, Portland, Oregon, who is now suffering from a mass exodus of businesses from the city, specifically the county as well too, because of shoplifting, okay? And a woke DA who refuses to prosecute criminals who are caught shoplifting. And this has caused big corporations, for example, like Walmart, to decide to close up all of their stores and leave because, quite honestly, there's so much stealing going on that they're losing money. They're losing millions of dollars a year just because of all the shoplifting and stealing going on in their stores in Portland, Oregon. Take a look.
Doors are closing at the only 2 Portland Walmarts, and hundreds of customers are left finding a new place to shop.
Fox 12's Connor McCarthy spoke to some of those customers and joins us live now in Southeast Portland to tell us how this will impact how many low-income Portlanders, rather.
Well, Pete and Riel, this Walmart location here on Southeast 82nd Avenue is one of 2 Portland locations that will be closing. The other is in North Portland on Hayden Meadows Drive. Now, I spoke to customers at both locations, and they say the closing of these Walmarts will have a huge impact on their neighborhoods. It's a closure that will impact hundreds of Portlanders.
I was kind of shocked. It is a store that we go to for things like, laundry detergent, trash bags, the essentials.
Walmart is closing its only 2 Portland locations, leaving many customers who rely on the big box store unsure of where to go next. Amanda Paul is a regular shopper at the Walmart on Southeast 82nd. She relies on the store's affordable prices to keep her family well stocked.
Safeway is the go-to store if I have to, but that's 3 times the prices that I would spend here. So, what are we going to do? You're going to have to go further? Well, then you got gas money, so you might as well just pay for it at Safeway at this point.
Walmart says they're closing both Portland locations because they were not meeting financial expectations. But customers wonder if it's shoplifters impacting the store's bottom line.
We got to resolve the shoplifting one way or another. If that is simply the problem, it's got to stop.
It's not just Amanda, but many households in the Lentz neighborhood surrounding Walmart rely on the store to meet their needs. According to a 2017 Portland State University study, the Lentz neighborhood is considered to be a food desert. This means there's no easy access to affordable groceries for one of Portland's poorest neighborhoods. At the time, the study named the Walmart and a Winco nearby as the closest affordable stores for groceries in the neighborhood. After March 24th, there will be just Winco.
We live near some low-income housing, and I know that some people are here weekly, so I don't know where they're going to go.
Well, Pete and Riel, I did reach out to Walmart to see if shoplifting is one of the contributing factors for pulling business out of Portland. I also asked to see if there are plans to bring business back into the city in the future, but I didn't get a response. Live in Southeast Portland, Connor McCarthy, Fox 12 Oregon.
Yeah, so you seen that, you heard that. Crime is out of control in that city. It is so out of control that you have Walmart, even Walmart, saying, we're out, right? We're done with this, okay? And the funny part about it is that this is also affecting companies like Nike, okay, who has the store there, community store. I think Nike is actually based out of Portland, Oregon. Maybe I'm wrong about that. I think it's definitely based out of the Northeast somewhere. But it's funny because they have a community store there, and that's getting looted and robbed as well too, right? And again, we know how woke Nike is, right? Nike is all about social justice. I wonder, do they think that that's reparations, right? Do you think that's reparations? Okay, because that's what you told us during the BLM riots when people were looting and stealing stuff and people just didn't care. People thought that, hey, we can't punish them because, it's racist, right? It's racist to do that. Again, I wonder, do these companies still believe in this woke progressivism? I'm just saying, okay? But with that being said, again, you have a mass exodus of business owners from Portland saying, look, we're out. We're done. This city is being run by criminals. And the reason why is because you have progressive woke DAs like this DA in Portland, Oregon, that are straight up refusing to prosecute criminals who get charged for shoplifting. Take a look.
Citywide, retailers complain theft has risen to new levels in Portland. Shoplifting has become more frequent and brazen. Videos show thieves stealing armloads of merchandise and walking right out the front door with no fear of being caught. This rampant theft has driven some stores to close or reduce their hours. Most retail insurance doesn't cover the losses.
It's an economic impact on especially small businesses.
Stephen Lynn, owner of Under You for Men, says on average, his downtown Portland store is hit by shoplifters more than a dozen times a week. And unlike most retailers, he's not afraid to chase them.
And we had a reputation in the community that you don't shoplift here. Now that reputation is totally gone. They know it's pretty much okay to shoplift. We have to put a stop to it.
So do you think in some ways it's emboldened criminals to commit more crime?
Oh, absolutely. We have situations where a shoplifter will actually just say, you're not going to prosecute me. I'm not going to go to jail.
And in most shoplifting cases, that's true. Data obtained by KGW shows so far this year, the prosecution rate for misdemeanor petty theft cases in Portland, which include shoplifting, is 46%. That means less than half of the theft 2 or theft 3 cases sent to the Multnomah County DA's office by police are charged. Most cases are dismissed. And the criminals, they seem to understand they're unlikely to be prosecuted in Multnomah County compared to other jurisdictions. This is an actual recording of a phone call between a woman being held in the Washington County Jail on theft charges and her boyfriend.
Do you want cited or what?
Well, I mean, if it was in Multnomah County, like, you would have got released already. Stuff.
I know. It's because it's Washington County.
And when this suspect, arrested on theft charges, realized he was in neighboring Clackamas County,
Where are we going?
Clackamas County Jail. You ever been there?
What?
You ever been to Clackamas County Jail?
No.
Well,
I was in, man, where's the line for Clackamas? Oh, man.
I know, he screwed up.
the data shows Multnomah County DA Mike Schmidt is prosecuting far fewer misdemeanor theft cases than his counterparts. In Washington County, the DA has filed charges in 93% of the cases, and police are referring a lot more cases. Clackamas County prosecuted 84% of the petty theft cases.
Why aren't you going after shoplifting as aggressively as your counterparts? Well, we issue cases that we can prove. That's first and foremost, and that is our focus.
DA Schmidt said the data only tells part of the story. You've also got to look at how many cases were referred by police, the strength of the evidence, and the outcome of those cases.
The numbers are not aligned. Your issuance rate is much lower than theirs. I could issue 100% of the cases, and that might make you feel better in this interview, right? But that might be disingenuous if you don't know how all those cases end up. Am I losing cases at trial? Are cases getting dismissed down the road? So issuance is a factor, and it's an important one that we should be looking at. But you got to look at every single part of the system.
Schmidt explains those cases that are dismissed are often rejected because prosecutors don't have the evidence they need.
Frequently that means video, if there is video that exists, and any kind of reports from the loss prevention officers. We need all of that information to come to our office so that we can issue those cases.
So what I hear you saying is in some cases retailers are the ones keeping you from prosecuting these cases?
What I'm saying is that we need to make sure all of the evidence is gathered and submitted to our office. We can't find out about it later on down the line.
The situation is further complicated by the fact Portland police often lacks the resources to follow up. Critics complain that Schmidt has made Portland an attractive place to commit crimes, such as shoplifting, without fear of consequences, a notion he flatly rejects.
Yeah. So you guys seen that, you heard that, okay? Woke DA running the county, running the city, and the city is a disaster. Again, how many times we have to see the same thing over and over and over again, okay? But this is a real example of you get what you vote for, right? This is actually a real example of that, right? You get what you vote for. Hey, it is what it is, man. I only can feel so bad for the people there. I only can feel so bad for the businesses because, again, you voted for this, okay? You're woke. You're liberals. You're Democrats. You don't want no Republicans to come in and run your city, right? For whatever reason. I don't know what it is about these big liberal cities and them being allergic to Republican leadership, but you would think that they would try something different, right? Try something different when your city is literally being torn apart and being ran by criminals. But no, they can't. They don't like Republicans. So, I mean, hey, I'm just saying, you get what you vote for, right? This is how this works, Joy Behar, right? You get what you vote for, which, again, is legitimate in this case. I mean, it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.